Hey, how's it going, everyone? I hope everyone had a lovely holiday yesterday, whether you spent it alone, with family, with the trees, dying some eggs, eating some eggs, or doing none of the above. It was a beautiful day here. So, and it was my birthday. I had a wonderful time. I cooked coffee crumb cake for my breakfast, salmon and mashed Brussels sprouts for dinner. And I went to a event for elders, a village. Here in my valley, we have a village. It's from I think it was the 1980s, maybe the 90s in New York when a village movement was created for seniors. And yeah, my parents were a member of one down in Berkeley, and I joined like 6 years ago, the one that started up here. And it's just a great resource. Anyone who doesn't know and is a little older and is wondering how you might age in place, go find your village. They have all kinds of stuff and all kinds of resources. And if you remember, it's free. Karen Chase. Hey, you. Thank you, honey. I had a good one, as you just heard. I appreciate you popping in. I'm going to load my face. Nope, not my Facebook. My YouTube to make sure that I'm not glitching the heck out. Because up here, I tend to glitch the heck out. And there's nothing I can do about it. I mean, there'll never be, unless I become one of those channels with like, I don't know, 500,000 followers and I can afford to pay for a business internet. Yeah, that would be fabulous. But otherwise, I'm here in this valley and it's like repeater stations on ridges over there, back there to a satellite dish. And the internet can just suck. So there you are. Miss Karen, what the heck are you doing today? How was your Easter Sunday? I bet it was wonderful with your grandkids. Yeah. Did you dye a bunch of Easter eggs, do the whole big egg hunt thing, all that stuff? Gonna make this is what I always had to do the day after Easter, make a ton of deviled eggs. Because while the kids love putting them in their basket, they don't necessarily want to eat them. They want to eat all the candy. Oh, Karen. Well, hands up, girl. Good for you. I did. Fact of the matter is, ever since my dad passed, I have been waking up at like 6:30 in the morning and I can't go back to sleep. And it's starting to make me mad. Maybe it's just the new me. Maybe I get up at 6:30 and when I crawl back in bed at 6:30, that's a 12-hour day. So I don't have to feel like weird anymore. I don't know. So I'm not glitching on Facebook. God, why do I keep saying that? YouTube. I'm not glitching on YouTube. So for anyone who doesn't know me, I'm Lucinda. I've been selling costume jewelry, high-end, low-end, signed, unsigned, rarely precious stones, but I do have that kind of stuff now. Rarely real gold or silver. Silver plated, gold plated, vermeil, yes. And I'm just learning my precious stones. I've been doing it since 2001 on eBay. Then I stopped. I've had multiple small businesses. And I started here on YouTube about a year and a half ago now. And I'm going to get back into my eBay store now that I'm in one place all the time. Take down all the old stock that I don't care about anymore in any way. It's not related to jewelry or vintage household items so much. And start uploading my jewelry. That's going to be cool. So I hope the weather is also nice wherever it is today. I am going to hit about 73. And so inside my house with the solar exposure, it's probably about 78 upstairs, which is too hot, but it's going to get to be in the 90s up there all the time soon. So I'll take 78 during the day for now. I do just like everyone else. I invoice you through PayPal. I ship using pirate ship. Prior to my father passing in March and me moving permanently to my homestead, I did 2-week build-a-boxes. Right now, I'm not doing that because I'm kind of scattered in when I come on. I have several packages here that are all being shipped out tomorrow. It's all been paid for. It's all going. And today is going to be all buy it now. So if you bid on anything and you win something, and I don't know you, I'll be happy to get to know you. I consider everyone in this community my friends. But I will need by tonight your YouTube name, your real name, address with zip code, shipping address, not billing address, and your PayPal billing email. If I don't get it by tonight, the item will come back up for sale at another sale. And that's not nice, so please don't do that. Okay, so since everything is going to be a buy it now, I've got stuff lined up here. Goes from 10, 12, 14 to 18, and a few, like about 5 or 6 higher end, maybe 7 higher end items. And it's going to go a little faster because buy it nows, BINs. George, hey, you claim it or you don't. So you put the item in or you don't. And I'm not going to do a lot of like describing, discussing, minimum, short, and move on. Okay. George, how's life today? So let's do a couple buy it nows for 10 to start her off. That was a 10, but hey, that's life. Let's do a couple buy it now for 10s. Oh, now I've been hanging on to this little thing and not showing it. I think I've shown it once for a little while. I'm sure it's more modern. Now, I could be totally wrong, but I believe that. Why? Because it's not marked. More modern, maybe the 90s, maybe the early 2000s. Not sure. Hello, Kathy Wiseman. How are you? It is this iconic white rhinestones with black enameled leopard on a keychain. And I think this thing is fabulous. It's heavy. The reality is it probably had a tag, but there is no maker, but it's very heavy and it's well done. So it's not chintzy in any way. I suspect it's sold. Here's the keychain. It's a really nice hook. I suspect that this probably cost anywhere from $30 to $40 new, and it might be a name brand that, you know, it's just completely escaping me. But if you like these guys, he's gorgeous, and he's $10. Oh, and he's got green rhinestone eyes. Yep. Okay. That's as low as I can go with this little guy. Okay, he's going down. Putting him back. And I'm gonna do my best to keep what I brought Friday and these buy it now separate. I'm gonna leave the buy it now of 10 up because I've got a whole bunch of buy it nows at different prices. I'm not gonna go in order 10, 12, I'm good, but I'm starting with 10. Okay, what I love about this is two things. I love the stone. Jasper quartz with green, dark green, and white. Love the stone. And then, are these also the same stone? Hold on. Yep. This is the same stone. So is this. These are just some little, you know, silver tone doodads, right? These are the same stones also. So the stones are worth more than $10. And then some beautiful green seed beads on about a 3-inch extender. You can tell by the clasp, it's pretty modern. Some artisan made piece. $10. And how long is it? I had it around my neck with the it down, probably 18 inches. 18 inches, $10. Yep. Okay. Put the item in if you want it. Otherwise, I just keep moving on. And forgive me, I'm hot. I got my back door open. This is a weird time of year where I need to burn a fire in the wood stove in the morning. And then by noon, I'm blasted out. Okay. So now I'm going to move to a different price range. Buy it now for $12. Thank you all for being here. $12. Okay. So first is a 1980s. Kind of that flex. It flex because it moves, it flexes. Collar necklace has no markings, no fold over clasp. It's sexy. This is a very sexy piece. And I have a wider and different older silver one. There you go. So it's not snug up on your neck. And it's very comfortable. It's heavy, but it's lightweight on. $12. Your choice of this gold. And, you know, I mean, what is the measurement on that? Maybe 14, 13 gold. Or this one, which I really like the clasp mechanism on this. And it's two-tone silver. See how there's a darker and a lighter silver? I hope you can see that. These are really, the 80s is really popular. This is really popular. Think about your discos, right? That's what I think about, hanging out at the discos. And this is one of these clasps. No markings. Works fantastic. This one is heavier than the gold one. And I like the two tones. And it's pretty. Pretty, pretty. Goes with anything. Remember, I mean, I just talked about how hot it is. is here. Spring is like almost gone. So you got your t-shirt on, your low t-shirt or your sundress, and you got your silver or gold 80s flex kind of choker, but not really. Okay. Going down. Let's do another buy it now for 12. Oh, you know what? Listen, I love this. This came on a pendant. Would look good hanging off of those. They're so, Kathy, they're so wide on the bottom. And this is, hold on. This is a little over 1/4 of an inch wide. So it would have to be a very big hook, right? To go over this. Yeah, and it couldn't be one of those slide ones. They look pretty stunning all on their own. And okay. So where to go? I got this. This is 12. Well, you could, yeah, you can get it. I do all the time. And I know you do, Kathy. This came on a really horrible chain that was broken. The little gold flecked crap that they electroplated on it was off and it was rusting. But this is this beautiful artisan made cross. It is a pendant. And I don't have a tester. I can't afford it. Not yet. I'll get there. I cannot tell you that this is gold or that what are those in there? Dog, Tuggy. Sorry, y'all. Trying to get it. Hold on. I just want to get an idea of what this is. Can't tell you that it's gold. Interesting. Gold plate, maybe really polished brass. And then silver tone. I don't think that's sterling silver. This cross, but someone made, my dog and cat always start doing this when I come on. Someone made this. It's very thick and it's very heavy. And one solid piece of this metal. It's not coming off. It's not tarnishing. It's not going anywhere. Fact of the matter is you can see a little bit of like oxidation, or I actually think it's like when they were putting these on, that it's from a saw gun mark. That's what I think. And it's big. It has a jump ring, so you can put it on a chain. You'd have to take the jump ring off to put it over. But if you know how to do that with a pair of needle nose, it will take you 2 seconds. $12. It's nice. And I would say it's 1.5 inches long. Okay. One more $12 item. Oh, I can't let that. I can't. This. But let's do some plastic since I love plastic. I'm wearing my 70s white and pink plastic earrings today. I love these. But then, you know, I polished up my beautiful old barrel sterling and brass cuff this morning. It was so black. Isn't that beautiful? I've had this since 2001. Yeah, not that I wasn't collecting and buying way before then, but it's one of my favorite pieces. That's why I never sold it. Okay, this is a buy it now for 12. This is a 1960s, 1970s. Beautiful acrylic. I really, it's not Bakelite. It's acrylic blue and white discs. I went to speech when I was a kid for my S's and my T's. So discs, hear that? It's just, I love this. So this is not everybody's jam, but I'm in love with it. And you see how one side is white and one side is the navy blue. So the middle is white and navy blue. And then they did this cool design twist like that. Basic clasp, definitely late 60s, early 70s maybe. And it is just a choker. It is just a choker. I think it's great. Goes really well with this shirt. Any of you country gals out there interested? $12. Okay, like I say, I'm moving fast today. I am doing this sale, and then I'm going to go outside and plant my 3 varieties of tomatoes that I got on Saturday, on Earth Day. Cucumbers, eggplant, something else, and a bunch more flowers. Yeah, and I'm really looking forward to it. Okay. So, you know, y'all, that I always reserve the right to come back and change prices after a couple days. If you're watching on the replay, or if you come in late and you change your mind, hit me up soon. I also don't do recaps. I don't do them. So if you come in late, you can always put your speed on double time and make me sound really funny and run through and see if anything's sold, see if there's something you want, and type it in the chat, and I will happily pass it on to you. This is beautiful. This is just beautiful. I'm sure originally it held a cross. If it's not silver, I would have put that gold cross on it. It still would look good together. These are beautiful old blue glass beads. You see the white in there? It's got that really simple, because the rod through it and then it hooks. You close the rod down and you close the rod down here and you put them together. Yeah, I would date this. Probably this piece, late 50s, early 60s. It's really, really pretty. It's like a periwinkle. And then it's pretty short. And see here, it's missing whatever was on the drop. Again, you've got something lying around. All you have to do is take a pair of needle nose, undo that, put the object on, gently close it back up, and you've got it. This is beautiful colors. $14. I'll show you it on me. I'll try. Sometimes I do this and then I can't get them closed again. Yeah. So I would say it's about 16 inches, and then it needs a pendant. And, you know, just a couple times $14 is good price. If no one picks it up this round, I'm going to stash it away in my project fixing missing rhinestones, and I'm going to find a really cool object to put at the bottom, because the color of these beads is outstanding. I hope it's showing up light. It's not super dark. It's light blue. That helps. Light blue. Maybe it helps. Maybe it doesn't. I don't know. I don't know. Kathy, what did you do yesterday? did you do yesterday? And George, did you do a family thing? Or did you just hang out on your own quietly? Nothing. That works. Okay, I showed this on Friday. I think I lowered it by $1. I'm not lowering it more than that. Nope. So buy it now at 17. The bright red was not coming through. This is lucite. Those are glass rhinestones, red and clear on a dark cherry red plastic back here. It's dark cherry red, and I just know that color is not showing. And then I know some of you already saw this. See that? It's beautiful. And I think it was a 7.5. I got a lot of jewelry on today, and I'm hot. So yeah, it fit over my wrist yesterday. No, Friday. No problem. It's at 7. Let's go with 7.25, which is my wrist size, because see, now that I'm a little swollen from, I could push it down, but then I'd have to do a whole thing to get it off. It's beautiful. 7.25. You don't see these very often anymore. I mean, they're still around, but not a lot of people are selling this type of stuff. Just stayed home. Well, that sounds good, you guys. Yeah, I did not do that. So I'm gonna bring a higher end, so to speak, for this particular Monday sale item. This is sterling silver. I don't think this is, may have around this price one time. I'm not sure. I kind of doubt it. It is sterling silver, likely made in Italy. The 925 marking is on the back. And oh, good Lord. Sorry. That just says sterling. So here, you can't see. But that's a 925 sterling. This is a very delicate, almost like filigree work within the metal etching. It could be stamped, but this is so very, very thin, and it's all sterling silver. I'm just not sure about it at all. The way that it hooks together. Hold on. There you go. And this, I mean, this weighs, it's sterling silver. It probably weighs couple grams, $25. So just in sterling silver alone, it's worth it. Here, sterling silver and gold is just ridiculous right now. It's just this really nice designed fold over clasp. It reminds me of the ocean waves, right? It fits my wrist. So it would fit, I would go with a 6.5 through to a 7.25 wrist size. $25. 25. I don't know. I got 3 of these all at once. The other 2 are long gone. Some reason nobody wants the ocean wave one. Go figure. I never understand this stuff. That's all right. Okay. Let's do a buy it now of 18. At least the cat stopped playing. Karen, if you're still here, do you see my great-great-grandmother's quilt? I could show you that close up, and one day I'm going to take pictures, and I have another one on my bed, different design. It's teeny tiny pieces of flower sacks, all hand quilted in these circles becoming hexagons. It's insanely beautiful. Here's the back is a jasper. It's a mushroom. Anyone whose box I have that has not gone out yet, this could go right in with your box. Got these 3 different colors. Well, actually, it's got 4. This is another color right there. It's a really nice little piece, hand carved by a family that lives in Mendocino. I've showed it several times. I just never know. And sometimes I show things and I'm like, oh, nobody's going to want that. About 2 1/4 inches tall and 1.5 inches around. And I think no one's ever going to want that. And then they buy the stuff that I think is not going to sell. And don't buy the things that I think are the coolest. No clue. Never understand it. Never. Okay, this little guy has to go over here because it's too heavy to go with my jewelry. All right, let's move back to see, y'all. I'm moving for me. Any of you come here and hang out with me regularly know that I usually go slow. I take my time. Mellow. Not today. And that may be a new thing for Mondays. I may do a slow Friday, and instead of a styling Monday, just a buy it now Monday. So this is $8. This is modern. This is lucite. This is just a fun little thing. Came in a lot. I bought a big bag of jewelry. Almost every single thing in there was absolute crap. But there were a couple pieces where I was like, someone may order that. So it's got a whoop everywhere. I would say that's almost a 4-inch extender. And here you go. Woo, look at the color washed out on that. My God, what is up with that? Hold on. It is then I want to see if it's showing up on YouTube. I'm staring at my phone. It is not. It is wow, not at all. Okay, this is a dark fuchsia pink. This is a dark fuchsia pink. Look at that. It's showing up. It's light pink. I don't think it glows. I checked everything. It doesn't, but would that help with the color? No. Okay, insanity. Well, okay, so this is what it is. It's these beautiful links of plastic on this just basic, I really think this was a repop in the early 2000s, but it's dark purple. Dark pink, fuchsia. Oh, well, $8, not showing at all. I no idea why. no idea why. What's going on? Oh my God. That's very weird. And I don't even have that much lights on. I have some natural light, and my ring light is on like a really soft mode, and it's very low. Bizarre. Okay. Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for looking. And see, this one is why my Monday buy it nows are usually lower end. Than Fridays, but not necessarily. And if I get back to doing my, eras of styling where I'm adding in household goods, it's all a map. Oh, man, that reminds me. I still have those black, like crepe Victorian skirts where the waists are like that big. Of 2 of them and a morning scarf packed away somewhere. Those are going to have to come out one day. These are buy it now for 11. These are, I could not wear them. They're very heavy pot metal clip-ons. I'm thinking with the comfort back, late 50s, early 60s, but I would put these in my collection to stare at all day long. The stones are gorgeous. They're definitely older, really nice ones. And it's just shaped in this, almost like a crescent moon on your ear. But they're $11. Buy it now. But they're very heavy. Let's see if I just, well, they stay on my ear. But me personally, I'm too old. I would get annoyed after a while. Now, I still love them. And I love the stones. They're about, see that swirl? I just love the design. I don't know, whatever. They're about probably 1.5 inches. I'd love to know who designed these because they're such heavy. I mean, so because they're pot metal, they could really be like very early 50s, right after the war. I don't know. It's just something about it. Okay. No one's interested yet. Well, we'll see. I brought a lot of things. So, but the problem with bringing a lot of things and not making any sales is if I show them all, then I don't have anything to keep showing new all the time. I can't just grab stock as easily as I used to. Marching wedding, satin skirt and top. Oh, matching. Okay. It's like marching wedding. Hey, tell me more. Well, you can repair that though, Kathy, right? You can repair it. And yeah, women were just expected, I guess, to be tiny, tiny, tiny. Or maybe we just worked so hard back then and we didn't have all this crap fast food. I don't know. I think all of it is probably true. No, George, I don't have any more. Well, I don't know if I don't have any more, but I did not bring any more of that today. Thank you for asking, though. I did send your invoice. I saw that you paid it. I did a little pendant holder on it. It will work. Not the greatest. I believe that I'm about to buy something that will solve the problem. And if I do, and I probably am in the next couple of days, once I get one, well, I'll get a lot, but once I have them, I will maybe mail you one in an envelope. Okay. Interesting. Kathy, take pictures of it, post it, show us, tell us all about it. Put it Instagram. Okay, this is a buy it now. So sorry about that, George. Those enameled pins, I love them to death. But they're not uncommon, but they're not always easy to find out there at a price I can bring them to you all that's reasonable. Okay, George. Well, that could make sense, George. So hold. Okay, I just need to note that I'm holding it, George, but that could mean that I'm holding it for a couple weeks. Because even I'm gonna get stuff through Amazon, because of the tariffs and everything, has greatly reduced their inventory, and the time it takes them to ship things instead of 1 day or 2 days is really extended as well. Okay, good. All right, George, I have hold. I'll get it, and then I'll do that. I feel better about that. Good. Hey, Lenore, how's it going, sweetheart? All right, so this is a buy it now for 12, and there are 4 of them. Yep. They are all stretch bracelets. They are not old, but they are fun. One has all the doodaddies going on. Clinks really nice. I'm a big sound person. Clinks really nice. It's all plastic. Got some red, amber, metal, a little heart, fleur-de-lis. You get the idea, right? Stretch bracelet. And oh, you gotta laugh. That's hilarious. It's a stretch bracelet, and it was tight. And there I got beads all over my floor. And because it was so tight, I was like, oh, good, it's still in really good shape. And I went to do, it exploded. So, well, now I have a whole bunch of parts for I don't know what, because I don't really, look at that. See? So see how you have to be careful with stretch bracelets. And I don't usually sell them at all. I don't care if they're precious stones or not, because this eventually wears out and does exactly what just happened. So, all right. So there's still 3 in this set. It wasn't just that. It was a set of 4. But here's what's going to happen. What am I going to do with all that stuff? Oh, my God. My cat is going to be batting that stuff all over the floor. It's hilarious. Okay. So instead of a buy it now for 12, it is now. That's hilarious. Well, at least I can laugh, right? I mean, there's one under my foot. Yep, and there's the cat checking out. What the heck is all that on the floor? All right. Wow. So this is that an Ermish brand. Ermish. Modern company. Don't know a lot about it. Stretch bracelet. They are plastic. It is really pretty. And this is that champagne, but not a weird champagne, with black, silver tone, and the Ermish. And then it has these 2 hollow brass look stretch bracelets. I thought all 4 of them looked really good together to put on your wrist all at once. This one's fine, okay? And all they are is fishing line. This one's fine. This one's fine. All they are is fishing line. So the reality is, if I wanted to bother with the one that just broke apart, I have fishing from making jewelry for years and years and years, because I've also been doing that for about 4 decades. And you just take a piece of the fishing line and you restring them. Not a big deal. So $10 basically fit any wrist size. Okay, so that was a good one. Okay, Kathy. Thank you for telling us. That is just hilarious, George. That's the first time that's happened to me. And this came in the lot of the big bag of stuff I bought. That's why I'm bringing it, because I would not pick it up. I don't, because that happens. And then I feel bad that I'm selling someone something that you get in it, boom. No, that's not what I'm about. And by the way, since I'm saying that, I know a little and a lot about everything jewelry, including metals and precious stones, just enough to make me dangerous. If I ever see something and you get it and it breaks instantly, or you're like, Lucinda, that is not Bakelite, that is not sterling silver, whatever, email me. I will return it. I will accept a return. I will refund your money. But I will not, just because you have buyer's remorse, right? But if I do something and you get it and you're like, that's not right, I totally will honor it. Okay? Because because we're all still learning, and I always put that disclaimer out there that, this is what I believe, and this on Fridays I do a show and tell. This is why I believe that. So that was a good time to pop in and say that. Okay, I cannot. I'm losing money at this price, but I had this precious necklace for so long, and I want someone to have this who will love and appreciate it and wear it. It is a older, likely 70s, based on the colors, yellow and orange daisy chain, seed beads. There is no clasp, it just goes over your head. It is, I believe that this is actually Native American. It is not a takeoff. Do I know what tribe? No, I don't. Little pair of moccasins. It's in really good condition. Beaded with daisies. I'm not sure what I think that's meant to be. I don't know. I'm not going to guess. And then around like that. It is leather, probably deer. There's the back. You can see the hand stitching. Really nice. And I buy it now, $18. Dun, 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 dun. About 20 inches long. And it's precious. It's beautiful. I love a multitude of reasons. And at $18, it's less than how much time it took the person to make this and the age and materials. This was probably $30 to $40 new. And, you know, that was in the 70s. So how much would that be now at this quality? Real Native American. I don't know. If anyone knows, please enlighten me. Okay, I'm batting 0, y'all. Batting 0. I'm going to do another this, then I'm going to move over to some high end. Lenore, what did you do for Easter? Anything? Family? Stayed home? Dye eggs? Eat deviled eggs? Go to church? You know, Easter is the most popular church day. Not Christmas, Easter. I did a lot of things, which I talked about at the beginning. And then I did in the evening before I fell asleep, my favorite thing to do that I do every Easter, I watched Jesus Christ Superstar, 1973. That is how I see it. That is how I feel. And I always get my heart touched and I always cry. Believe it or not. Okay. Have no maker. There is really something about this light. No maker. Look what's happening. I still don't have my tools, y'all. I can't. I have probably, I don't know, 15 more boxes, and I can't. Every time I unpack a box, even just unpack my vintage, remind me of my dad. So it's a very slow process. These are beautiful clip-on 1950 earrings. 18. Really nice melt glass. Clear rhinestones. Really good construction. You know, I'm just noticing 1950s. I will stay. Okay, melt glass. It's white, but it's definitely got a lot of sheen in it. That's like a ring of fire, but not. Which makes me wonder, I mean, would it still be melt glass if it was just white glass? That is the question. It's something I've never thought about until this moment. But now I'm curious because there is a lot of color. They're very translucent, the white, instead of being the solid melt glass. They're a little different. So, yeah, I'm going to have to research now because I don't know the answer. There's the construction. I mean, these are constructed well in that. And based on the fact that the white looks it's glass. Based on the fact that the white glass looks so different, could I walk it back to the late 30s? I don't know. They're awfully pretty though. Look at that. Instant elevation. 18 bucks. 16. $16. Yep. 16. They are, I don't know, inch and a half, inch and a quarter. Let's go with inch and a quarter. Okay. Nothing. Okay, let me ask the chat this. Just so I don't go through every single piece. Nobody cares. Is there anything in particular that you are looking for? Any of you who know me know that I bring costume, I bring plastics, I bring bracelets, I bring, rings, bring bangles, I bring minerals. I do bring household items. I'll bring, I bring a lot of stuff. But I'm just curious if someone is here looking for something, specific. Tell me. And I will pull it up. Okay. I cannot believe I have those pieces of that thing. All right. This is a buy it now at 46. Cannot lower. Cannot. This is a very desirable jewelry maker. The quality is exquisite. I'm trying to find the name so I can refresh myself. There it is. Hold on. It's one of those things got to read with a magnifying glass. It's upside down. Oh, man. Okay. Hold on. I think this is, Carla. Oh, come on. Carla. What? I really hate trying to do this. I think it's just Carla, and it's something gold filled. I think 14 karat gold filled. Carla, that's her name. Carla. Look up Carla. 14 karat gold filled. It's on the little hang tag. And it's beautifully constructed. And these are fire opals that are not doublets or triplets. Fact of the matter is they're dirty on the back. This is older vintage. I hope you can see the opal. There is 1, 2, 3, 4 opals. And they have a lot of color. There you go. That's better. See, I don't know what's up with the ring light today. Here's the back. It's well constructed. This kind of closure, the way they looped the pieces together like that, is very reminiscent of the 50s. Could be into the 60s, but I think it's 50s. It's very lightweight. It's absolutely beautiful. And like I said, you can see in there. So when they do the slice of opals, after opals started to become more and more scarce, and they put the slices with a back of white glass or foil to make them look shiny, the opals were no longer open in the back because now they weren't anything but a slice of a double or a triplet. This is all opal. Fits my wrist perfectly. 7.25. And I see what these go for online. And like I said, this light is just bumming me out. There you go. That gives you a little more. I'm going to start putting things in my eBay store. So items that I've shown, I don't know. I've shown this to you all like 6 times. And nobody seems to be interested in it. If I was a bigger channel, it would have been gone. If I was a bigger channel, it would have been gone a long time ago. Putting them on my eBay store. Fact of the matter is, this one's going aside to now go on my eBay store. It's going to take me probably a couple months to get that set up, but that's okay, because I will get what I want from it. Okay. And what I know it's worth, even with leaving you all wiggle room. Okay. How about this is also a dark cherry red. See back here in my hands? It's a dark cherry red. It is not this blown out color. It is, again, the red and the AB rhinestones. They are glass. They sparkle like crazy. Why will it not show up red? It's red. Look at that sparkle. Oh my God. It's beautiful. Yeah. Etsy is a no-no, George. Etsy, no. It doesn't have a good reputation with a lot of us resellers, but eBay, I've been on there, like I said, since 2001. And go back and see how the stones make the plastic sparkle on the edges. This is what you call a bangle. It is a 7.25. It is glorious. Does this one glow? This one does not glow. Nope. I have wondered, because it's so cherry red, if this could be Bakelite. So if nobody's going to buy this one today, because it's not lucite, it doesn't really feel acrylic. It's very, although it doesn't necessarily have the bass sound. I don't know, but I'm going to test it. So there you go. That one was 16. And it's going to go aside. I'm going to put this way over here. See if I can do something. I'm playing with this light. Ooh, okay. The light is on, but it's really low. So hopefully that helps. All right. Going over there. Yeah, you know, George, the thing about Etsy is they charge higher fees. I think that's the deal. Maybe not. But I think so. Then eBay, and eBay's fees just went up. How much they take out of the seller's pocket for the item, and then charging for PayPal, a lot more. But Etsy charges more. And if you notice, if you ever Google an item and you trying to figure out its history and looking at prices and sold, Etsy is always much more expensive than eBay. Yeah, check that out. It's not good. Okay. Well, y'all, I'm going to do a couple more, And then I'm probably going to call it because I got 3 people. It's 2:45. And I'm moving really fast, but I haven't piqued anyone's interest. And I'm still grieving. And I will happily go spend an hour or so out there in the dirt. I can't untie my bag. Out there in the planting my plants. I love doing that. This year, though, I am really worried about the bears. They do get into people's gardens because they are not just carnivores. They're What is it when you eat both meat and vegetables? Omnivore. They're omnivores. So I worry that having all my lettuce and kales and tomatoes and everything right by the wall of the house this year, the fence, but those things just put their paws on and the fence comes down. They don't give a crap. If any of you saw my bear video that I put up 2 days ago, yeah, they don't give a crap. And I don't really want a bear right on the wall of my house. No, I don't. And we didn't used to have bear problems like this. We do now. So, I'm again, next year I will have a garden that's down below the house, high fence, rain catchment system, and probably an electric wire at certain strategic places, electric fence that I can turn on at night because I don't want to do that anymore. Okay, these are beautiful. Oh my God, 24. Look at that. Look at the design. No idea. Has a really large wire for your ears. I'm going to assume that they're brass. They don't say anywhere on here that they are. Do they? Let me look at this one just to be sure. They don't say anywhere that they are anything, so I'm going to assume they're not. And then the bottom, I believe that's like an opal glass. Can you see the colors? These are beautiful. If you have younger ears or you know someone does, these are gorgeous. And they're big. They're as long as these pink earrings. They are beautiful. I think 24 is a half the price, if not maybe even less than I could get for these. See the on the edges, the opal glass is coming in. Yeah, and look at on my finger. See the shine? Yep. Yeah, I truly believe that these are probably worth 60. So 24 is a screaming deal. Nobody, y'all, really making me work for my money. I don't have the wherewithal. I don't have the wherewithal to work that hard yet. Yeah, they would make a nice pendant, but I'm trying to put the other one back in, but they would be, well, that one needs to be pulled up. I see. That one needs to be pulled over. Is that what on? Ah, I see exactly what's happening. Okay. That one I need to fix. And they're beautiful. They're heavy. They're beautiful. 24, probably about 3 inches. Yep. And I see on this one, I need to needle nose plier it right there. Yeah, they'd be hard to make independents, George, because they're open at the top right here. And they do have the two. They do have the two of these. If you had a very fine chain to take the string off, you could, in fact, slide it through there and then jump ring back on. And then you'd have two necklaces. And I'm telling you, look these up. Okay, well, I so appreciate that everyone is here. I said to myself that I was going to do an hour on Monday. And I'm at an hour and 12 minutes. And I haven't made a sale. So I think this is going to be, this is completely different. But I think this is going to be my last item. And instead of doing these other buy it nows, because nobody is buying nows, they're just going to have to come back up in another show. I'll do, actually, hold on. I'll do this, and this, and then that's it. So I'm doing 3 more items. So if anyone just came in, I do recaps. My name is Lucinda. Welcome. Hi. George. I don't know, George. Hold on. This is going to be my last 3 items. I'm just getting back into live sales. As my father passed 7 weeks ago, and I spent every day after he died for 3 weeks tearing apart my parents' house of over 88 years of living and getting it ready for the sherry and the estate sale, and packing up my own stuff and taking what I wanted of family possessions. So I didn't really get to start grieving until April 1st. So it hasn't been very long. Today is 3 weeks. Yeah. So I'm easing back slow. Now, can I make, but there's 2 of them, George. First off, there's 2. So I'd be making 2 into a pendant, because otherwise they're earrings. And I would have to find the right chains. So, George, do you want both of them? And you want to wait? You want to go ahead and pay me, but wait, I can find 2 chains that are heavy enough? Or alternatively, what might look really nice, Kathy, what might look really nice, instead of chains, I'm thinking like brass cord, a thin brass, like cord or leather would actually look better than a chain. So George, let me know. Kathy, he's at choice words for that. My father's son, choice words. He's not so stupid as to cause enough trouble to get out of the trust. But has he caused problems? Yeah. I mean, he decided it was, sorry, everyone, I'm taking a short break here, ranting, raving. It's my channel. Sorry. He decided that I could have the homestead if I got out in 3 weeks. Why? I have no idea. What the hell did that mean? They're only just now, they're doing the haul away on the 25th. Then they have to do the setup. Then they have to get it on the market. So me being out in 3 weeks was just his big screw you to me. There was no, it didn't get him money faster. It didn't do any of that. It was just, and then my father's famous. Yeah, look him up. His last name is Tart, T-A-R-T, Charles. He's a world famous pioneer in his field for numerous things. Author of so many books, professor, scientist, researcher. That my father's son was supposed to be in charge of donating his handwritten papers, manuscripts, etc., to one of the universities that he helped found. So he came out less than 48 hours after his father died, when I was still in my pajamas and crying my eyes out, tore apart his office, threw everything over on a couch, contacted her, and then told the fiduciary that it was on her to deal with it, and here was a phone number. So you know who dealt with it? My partner and went over there and dealt with all of it. You know who made the phone calls? I did. And he won't talk to the fiduciary on the phone or through email. He's threatening to sue her. For what? Because he's a narcissist. That's why. Okay, George. Sorry. Thank you for letting me tell that. Yes, Kathy, her and her husband have already left. They have a beautiful apartment near a lake in Oakland that is like 100 years old, and it's wood floor. It's beautiful, beautiful. California coolers. It was like a miracle. It was the first place they looked at, and it's perfect in every way. It's 10-minute walk from his work. And yeah, because the house is being sold. Okay, so George, you want both of these, George. And George, I'm going to get this right. 24 to George. Yeah, it was, I think it was kind of my dad looking down and making it easy. And the estate paid, and not out of my inheritance, for all my stuff to be moved here. And first mover did a scam and ripped me off. Didn't show up. The second movers, twice as much. But God, they showed up the same day at 5 o'clock at night and packed everything up and drove up here 3 hours in the moving van, and were unloading everything at 11 o'clock at night in the rain. You think they got a tip? Yes, they did. George, do you want this to go on cord? George? And then I'm going to move on to my last 3 items. George, do you think that cord, 2 of them on like a brass brown colored leather cord would be better than a chain because they're heavy? I think they would. George, let me know. I'm going to move on, and I'm going to say hold. And then when you tell me, I'll make a note of that. But I'm going to go ahead and bill you. And then both of your items. Is your other item? There it is. I'll put aside to deal with. Thank you for your faith in me, George. So I'm going to say sold in there. I mean, those are about $60 to $70 each. Oops. You'll have two, cords. If I could type, Kathy, thank you. Okay, Kathy, I appreciate you asking me, and I'm sorry for anyone who doesn't know me, but my father's son had his father declared incompetent when he was just depressed because his wife of 65 years died. We waited until I left to take a break after 7 months because mom died and everyone left and I was stuck there. So finally, after 7 months, I was able to come home. And showed up and got him to do an online psychologist for 1 hour. Had a lawyer exclude me from giving any recent history. And declared him incompetent. But he loves his dad. Y'all, please listen to everything I said and look at your family. Look at your family dynamics. Look at if your parents have 5 wishes. Look at if they have a health attorney, power of attorney appointed. And look for potential crazy people in your family who are all about the money but pretend they love you, and get ahead of it with parents now. I mean, I had APS called on me 4 times. By who? It's anonymous, but we know who. And they never found anything because nothing was happening. Once again. So George, we're on that. George, I was thinking cord would be better than chain because they're heavy. So the cord would be something that I find at, I don't know, a bead place. It would be relatively thin and matching color to the top as much as possible, and then just tied in a knot. Because if we get a chain, the loops are pretty small. I could put other jump rings on, but those are heavy, and I'm just afraid the chain would break. Okay, we're there now. Okay, so this is $10. There's 2 things that I like about this, and there's 2 things you could do with it. This is newer with a 1-inch extender. However, here's the deal. You see that? It doesn't match this very fine chain. It's not even the same colors. So this is something that people do. They take jewelry and they repurpose it and they recraft it. This is a much better chain with a new addition right here. I would not worry about it too much, but this is a beautiful, fine chain with the little spacers all along it, right? Probably a 1960s chain. Really fine, really nice. And then the artisan put this bead, AB crystals, and gold bead with a wire wrapped piece onto the whole thing. So these are a dark blue AB crystal. This is a light blue, and this is glass. The middle blue is glass. It's a beautiful piece. Right there. I'm so sorry. This chain is there driving me nuts. See that? So they did a real cool, crafty, twisty, wired. This glass is gorgeous. And look, it swivels just a little. You see how they put this together? And then these nice dark blue AB crystals on this very fine chain. This is $10. $10. And it is probably about 18 inches. And the wire work pendant is a little over 2 inches in diameter. It's really pretty. And it was in that lot, but I felt it was worth bringing. I felt it was worth showing. For $10, there's more in the materials. And this is a much older, beautiful blue cut glass stone. Yep. I mean, if you find some really old vintage items and it's all completely broken and you can restore it like this, hey, have at it. I think this is, oh, George. There you go. I'm wondering, George. Kathy, go right, trivia. I'm showing 2 more items and then I'm done. Thank you for coming today. You know what? I might be there tonight with y'all. Thank you, George. It's yours. And you are pushing me, George. You don't know this. I'll bill you for that, but I'll send it with everything else. Okay. You, George, are pushing me to break back out all my bead tools and all my jewelry skills. And I actually appreciate that because I need stuff to keep me busy. So 4 years of my life, first my mom, then my dad, 4 years. And I'm not getting younger. And I want to go back to my art. I want to go back to my fingers in the dirt. I want to go back to hanging out of the ocean. I want to learn how to fish. I want to fish. I want to go camping. I want to, so thank you, George. You're helping me. Did you know that? You didn't know that. Thank you. And thank you for having me. I am not an expert, but I'm not an amateur either. So it should all be good. $10. Thank you. $10 for this plastic silver tone and rhinestones. Probably one of those 2000 lucite acrylic repop rings. Like H&M and all that. It's comfortable on. It's way too small. But this finger is a size 7.5 to 8 on me. Yeah. It's the other thing. I gained a lot of weight being a caregiver because I ate my feelings. So that will change. This used to be a size 5 finger, but also I had my daughter and I've been a Rubenesque lady for quite a long time. But for $10, this is really fun. Any teenagers in your life? This is a repop of stuff over and over and over again. But there was some out like this in the 80s, and then they did the repops again in the 2000s. 7.5 to 8. And it's about an inch across. And I'm not flipping you off, I promise. $10. And my last item is something completely different. I still have, 25 items over here, but that's all right. It's all right because I have done what I need to do. Buy it now for $12. I love these. These are probably Victorian. This is, I think, one button would probably be anywhere from 10 to 12. So this is glass Victorian beads. There's 2 of them. Beads or buttons. Not sure which. They could be like a, see, like this, like a fan button. They're not jet. They're not AB. They're just cut very thick glass. I don't think that's showing you so well. There you go. And there's 2 of them for $12. And they're fans or almost like a heart. Sure. I really like them. And they're probably, because they're black cut glass and they're much older, it's probably check glass to top it off. Absolutely beautiful. And they are half an inch. Look at that. Yeah, it's getting, I want to let you know. So this is the last item, $12. I want to let you know these are heavy. This kind of buttons / beads, I would use them for buttons, but you could make them into earrings with a rod and a wire, are getting harder to find. It used to be you could go in any thrift store or yard sales and buy jars and jars of grandma's buttons and find tons of this stuff that had just been being passed down through the family, for decades. And you just kept filling up the button jar. Well, people don't sew their clothes like that anymore. And this kind of thing is not being found. And they're not rare, but people are hoarding them. And they're just not on the market. So, $bucks. Both of them. Okay. That's, like I said, I have other stuff over here. But I feel good. I just wanted to do a quick come on Monday and, give people a chance whose boxes will be going out tomorrow to add to them. And also just for me, because I was on Tuesday, so last week before, Friends Selling with Friends, and then last Friday, and I thought, you know what? I made it through Friday, and my daughter came on. That was so sweet. Okay, yeah, I have to fix too, George. So I already got paid for the star. So I'll just try to calculate how much the shipping would be different and bill you. And then I'm going to come to the Bay Area. I have to go down for birthday celebrations on Thursday and fix that up and then send it all to you. And thank you, George. I appreciate that very much. Thank you. But I just wanted to keep the momentum going. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to keep the momentum going. And so I came back today and I'm keeping it short, simple, sweet. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate you. You know that. You've been here for me and with me. And if you haven't and you're just meeting me, please come back. I will not be having a sale this Friday because of all this multiple birthday celebrations. So my next sale will be, good Lord. Yeah, you know what? I don't think I'm going to have another sale till May. Yeah. Because I'm not going to be here. I'm not dragging stock around and my computer and all anymore. So my next sale will not be until May because I will be gone through to the April. And I just can't come back up here and turn around the next day and do a sale. So George will. Okay. Hey, Tanya. Good for you. That was a great sale this morning. That you guys' energy together is great. It bounces off really well. I really enjoy. I enjoy watching either one of you by yourself, and I do. But the two of you together have a dynamic that I really enjoy. And it doesn't surprise me you went down there and wound up staying, having a good time. Not at all. And I don't mean that in any, nefarious manner. I just mean, when you have a good friend and you have that closeness, you stay. It's hard to go. Yeah. So I'm done. Don't do recaps. If anyone's coming in and watching the replay later, please get to me by Wednesday because I have to drive down to the Bay Area Thursday. Yep. Okay. And like I said, I will not be back on. I'll post shorts. I'll update you about my bears and whatever. I'll see everyone in May. And George, I'll get stuff fixed. Thank you, everyone, for coming. I love you. And I'm going to end now. Bye.